Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn about writing a story and how writers tell a story and they don't just name the parts. So, the last 3 days we've been talking about how you can label things and you can name parts of things. Now we're going to talk about how you can use those to make a story. So, I'm going to show you this book and I'm going to show you how it would look if you just name the parts in a story. Black fish, red fish, big black fish, sea, red fish, black fish, jellyfish, blackfish, seagrass, crab, lobster. That's a lobster. Blackfish, blackfish, purple fish, yellow fish, greenish purple fish, seaweed, rocks, blackfish, eel, blackfish, sea anemone, blackfish, palm trees, redfish, blackfish, weeds, rocks, redfish, blackfish, redfish all together, blackfish. Okay, we're going to stop there because does that make sense? Does it make sense when we just label it? Does that make for a really good story? I don't think it does. It's good to label things if you're just drawing a picture. But when you want to write a story, you want to make it interesting. So I'm going to read you this book now because this writer tells a really good story. So it'll show you the difference between just labeling things and telling an awesome story. Okay, here we go. Swimmy. A happy school of little fish lived in a corner of the sea somewhere. They were all red. Only one of them was as black as a mussel shell. He swam faster than his brothers and sisters. His name was Swimmy. One bad day, a tuna fish, swift, fierce, and very hungry, came darting through the waves. In one gulp, he swallowed all the little red fish. Only Swimmy escaped. He swam away into the deep, wet world. He was scared, lonely, and very sad. But the sea was full of wonderful creatures, and as he swam from marvel to marvel, Swimmy was happy again. He saw a Medusa made of rainbow jelly, a lobster who walked like a water-moving machine, a strange fish pulled by an invisible thread. I wonder what that is, the invisible thread. Maybe someone is fishing? A forest of seaweeds growing from sugar candy rocks. An eel whose tail was almost too far away to remember. And sea anemones who looked like pink palm trees swaying in the wind. Then, hidden in the dark shade of rocks and weeds, he saw a school of little fish just like his own. Let's go and swim and play and see things, he said happily. We can't, said the little red fish. The big fish will eat us all. But you can't just lie there, said Swimmy. We must think of something. Swimmy thought and thought and thought. Then suddenly he said, I have it! We're going to swim all together like the biggest fish in the sea. He taught them to swim close together, each in his own place. And when they learned to swim like one giant fish, he said, I'll be the eye. Look at that. He's the little eye. And so they swam in the cool morning water and in the midday sun and chased the big fish away. The end. Okay. Did you hear the difference between me just labeling the parts, just saying what they are, and the story? Writers should always tell the story and not just name the parts. Now it's your turn. You get to tell me a story, and you can just write freely whatever you would like to write about. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Because we're just doing our best. So you can tell me a story. Remember our think, write, draw? So first you'll think about what you want to write or draw. First you'll think about what you want to write. You'll draw it in your mind. Today I want you to think about it in your mind and draw it in your mind, what it looks like. And then I want you to write about it. So write me a story. It could be about a fish. It could be about a fairyland. It could be about a princess. It could be about a basketball player or a sport. You can write about anything you'd like to write about. I just want you to make sure that you're telling me a story. Okay, happy writing. Also, you can write using the writing music underneath the writing block. So you just click the little play button and you can make sure that you find a quiet place and write. I would love to see what you come up with on Seesaw. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best.